Hey guys, quick reminder before we get started. If you haven't turned in pictures of yesterday's notes and homework, please do. Also, if your homework goes on to more than one page, please make sure that you take pictures of both pages so that I have all of your work. Okay. Today we're going to be looking at 11.2, which is congruent figures. Okay. If your book is open, page 422, you'll see that there's a highlighted word, congruent polygons, which are polygons that have the same shape and the same size. Congruent can be written with a squiggly, almost like the top of pi, over an equal sign. When two polygons are congruent, you can slide, flip, or turn them until they fit exactly on top of each other. And often in your book, they will be, one normal triangle and one flipped upside down, or two different polygons reversed. They're very rarely going to be set up in the same direction. So you're going to have to look for the clues that they give you to find out whether or not they are congruent. If you take a look, in the middle of page 422, they have a couple of shapes. They look like this, and we're going to talk about them. I named mine differently, but I tried to get the same shape. So they tell us that these are two congruent polygons, and so when they are, that means that the corresponding angles and the corresponding sides are congruent of two shapes. So if I start with C, that means that C is congruent to Q. Angle C is congruent to Q. This shape is the same as this shape, it's flipped. So that means that angle A, different from C, so I'm going to put two lines, is going to be the same as U, angle U. Angle A is congruent to angle U. Also, the sides work that way as well in congruent polygons. So if I say side IZ, that is from here to here, which would be congruent to which side on this one? Hopefully you said RE. IZ is congruent to RE. Okay, you want to keep the direction the same. If I start on top and go down, then I should start on top and go down to the next. You could also write the entire shape, and if you wanted to, you would say CARE is congruent to QUIZ. Okay? How do we feel about that? Remember, we can mark our lines with tick marks. Okay? With tick marks, that means that they are congruent. Congruent. All right. In the next section on 423, they show us about how triangles are congruent. And there are three ways: side, 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 sorry, I just want to make sure I'm on there, side, angle, side, and angle, side, angle. So these are the 3 ways. 1, 2, and 3. We can shorten these. We can shorten these. Side, side, side is SSS. Side, angle, side is SAS. The order matters. And angle, side, angle. In your book, they give you 3 sets of triangles to help show you what these will look like. For the first one, if we want to do side, 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 that means that they will label each of the sides for you as congruent. Okay? So this side from top to bottom is the same as this side. The tick mark shows congruency. From here, the slant, there's 3 on each, so those are congruent. And the bottom has 2. So side, side, side shows that these 2 triangles are congruent. If we want to do side, angle, side, that's going to look like side and an angle and a side. The angle connects the 2 sides. So side, angle, side. And then lastly, if there are 2 angles and 1 side in the middle connecting the 2 angles, then this one, oops, let's label this side, angle, side. Sorry about that. This one is angle, side, angle. Okay, so again, side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle. If we take a look at the examples, at the bottom of page, near the bottom of page 423, they have these 2 sets, and we're going to go through them together. So if I'm looking at this first example, I've got TJB, which will be the same as KDM. If I start TJ has the first congruency tick mark, and that's a side. So side TJ is congruent to which side on the right triangle? Oops, KD. K, side KD. Okay, side KD. The next thing that's congruent is angle J is congruent to angle D. And then lastly, the 2 tick mark sides, I've got JB, which is congruent to side DM. This is a side, this is an angle, this is a side. So we can say that these 2 triangles are congruent because of SAS. We do need to show this work, okay? We do need to show which sides are congruent. Let's take a look at the next one. We have triangle CYL and triangle DXN. Starting at the top, I've got angle C is congruent to angle D. From C to Y is a side, so side CY is congruent to side DX. And then I have another angle, angle Y is congruent to angle X. So in this one we have angle, side, angle, which shows that these two polygons are congruent, or triangles, which are polygons. Again, we have to show the work. We have to show the things that are congruent. How do you feel about this? Try the quick check. Try the quick check. If you need to go back and review these examples, please rewind the video. When you're ready, I'm going to give you the homework. Today we're going to be working on 11.2, which is page 425. And I'm asking you to do numbers 7 through 21. Draw any of the pictures, please. When you finish, send me a picture. Thanks, guys.